What are the major causes and preventions of cerebral palsy?
What really happens to a child with cerebral palsy is it's a process which we need to understand, which is quite interlinked with many issues. And whichever way I look at it, I see malnutrition and poverty, lack of medical facilities, lack of maternity support, are some of the main reasons for causing cerebral palsy. Having said it, it is very important for us to look into how the cerebral palsy actually occurs and how we can really take measures to prevent it. Cerebral palsy, I would say, one of the major causes. There are several causes. One of the major causes in low resource countries like India, we have seen the difficult labor leading to birth asphyxia is one of the major reasons. Why there is a difficult labor is another issue which we really go deeper into it. The difficult labor or the prolonged labor could be for many reasons, and we have to really address the issues of the health of the girl child and the health of a woman whose health should be adequate for her to go for childbearing. So this is something very important, and there are many studies which shows that there is a malnutrition in young girls, which also leads to a lot of difficulties in terms of when they reach the adolescence period. And when pregnancy occurs, it is the same person, and it is so important to see that the kind of whether the body is structured and adequate to go through the childbearing process. Having said that, it is very important to see that girl child gets adequate nutrition, adequate care. Once that happens, what really happens is when the case of cerebral palsy is when a child is in the womb for 9 months, there is so much that is happening. So you can't even believe the amount of activities that takes place, because by the time the child is born, it is a complete human being. The first cell that divides in the womb is the brain cell, and most of the brain is complete when the baby is born at 9 months. So, having a complete brain, why the brain or the nervous system gets affected with the cerebral palsy? One reason which we have to point out here is the lack of maternity health services is could be one of the reasons, because it is very important to ensure that the prolonged labor is quite preventable if we identify and if we take steps to prevent the prolonged labor with adequate technology that is available. If prolonged labor is not prevented, then we see the mother being tired, because it is easy to see when a mother is tired. But the baby is also equally tired, and a tired baby won't be able to cry. So it is so important, and it is to make sure that we have to prevent the prolonged labor or take adequate measures, and also to have adequate measures in terms of managing the asphyxia. So even if there is a complication, it is very important to take all measures to ensure that the child gets enough oxygen supply at the time of birth. We have to remember three aspects here. One is we have to make sure that the the girl child, before she gets into adolescence and becomes a pregnant, that she has adequate nutrition, adequate health. And the second aspect is to make sure that when she is pregnant for 9 months, there is adequate support and nutrition for her. The third aspect is that at the time of delivery, even if we take the first steps, the first and two, and if we don't pay attention to the step number three, adequate facilities during delivery, Cerebral palsy can occur even to a woman who is very healthy. So it is very important to make sure that all these three steps are given adequate focus, I would say equal focus, to ensure to prevent cerebral palsy.